Today we're going to SM City for lunch. It's going to take me about an hour to get there and an hour to get back, just for lunch. That's the beauty of retirement. I got nothing else to do, so I might as well. I could sit at the house on the computer and the day would go so fast, it would be wasted. And I would get another 2 kilos on my waist, speaking of wasted. So yeah, going out is something to do. I think today I want to talk about jeepneys. It's a very daunting system. Everyone, when you first get here, are kind of nervous and concerned. How do you know which one to catch? Where does it go? How do you pay? How much do you pay? It is a little overwhelming at first, but it's actually quite simple once you get the hang of it. Out where we are, there's only one jeepney. There is only one choice. If I'm going to town or going to the city, it's the same one because there's only one that comes out here. If you live in the city, you're more likely going to have more choices to learn about quickly. Here, I had to learn this one. It goes into the city. As you ride it, you pay attention to where it goes and what other jeepneys you see. And then you learn, I can take this one to here, switch to that one, and you start learning it a little at a time. This empty spot up here is where the jeepneys usually sit. There's usually 2 or 3 of them here. The guys are on lunch break because this is where they turn around and stop and add water. And right now there's none. So, well, here's one just pulled up. He might be leaving right away. He might be eating lunch. We'll find out. Or he's not going to pick up any passengers because he's going straight to lunch and just leaving. They do that a lot too. But we'll see if this is it. But it's usually there's 2 or 3 of them here and they're on break and they're hanging out. And there's these guys are cooking and there's a little restaurant here. So he's probably going to take a lunch break or at least add water to his radiator because they do that a lot. So we will kind of discuss this throughout the trip, and I'll try and edit this together into some semblance of logic and sense. But and there's another one. Okay, we're going to see who's going first. Hopefully one without a radio, because a 45-minute drive with loud music drives me crazy. I know, I got to get over it, get used to it. I'm just going to let this video run for a minute while I talk. This is coming out of Robinson's Mall on the Baluarte Jeepney, going through the older part of town, bypassing downtown proper, coming back into Molo Plaza. It's got very little traffic, so it's one of my favorite ways to go. There's a lot of road construction. It usually looks a little nicer than this, but that's where we are and what's going on. You can flag down a jeepney pretty much anywhere, but stopping them on the street's easy. You just kind of stick your hand out, they'll stop most of the time. When you're on the jeepney, the words I use are a mix. Some of them are Tagalog, some of it is Ilonggo, some of it is either or. It's like some of the words are the same, some are not, some are Cebuano. It's whatever they use locally is what I use. So when you get to a new area, you may have to ask them what to say. But to pay, we say bayad. Bayad just means I would like to pay. I believe bayad is Tagalog and Ilonggo. Don't know if it's Cebuano or not. Paliho is please. Paliho is the same in Ilonggo and Cebuano, but it's not the same in Tagalog, and I do not know the Tagalog word for it, because down here, they don't speak Tagalog. They pretty much refuse. To stop the jeepney, you say salagar. Pretty much means stop here. If they're in a crowded area that they can't stop, the driver will say something that sounds like babaw. I finally asked Melanie what that was, and she says, yes, if it's somewhere they can't stop, they say babaw, which means up here somewhere. So if I'm in a part of downtown that I know they cannot stop, but I want to stop as soon as he can, I say salagar sa babaw. And that means I want to stop, but I know you can't stop here. Up ahead, you'll stop. When you get to a new area, you just would probably have to ask a local what you say, or get on the jeepney and listen if you have a good ear for it. The most confusing part about flagging down a jeepney is just knowing which one to get and where does it go. You'll see on the windshield they have labeled where they go. It'll say SM City, it'll say Robinson's, it'll say Molo Plaza, just wherever it's going. It'll have some of them have a whole list. They'll have 5 or 6 things written on the windshield. So if you know where you want to go, you see a jeepney that's got it, you get on it and find out. Sometimes it's going the opposite direction, so it does take a little bit of a learning curve. As I've said before, I believe, you learn one jeepney at a time. You pay attention to where that jeepney goes. You watch what other jeepneys it passes, what areas they intersect, and you know I can take this one to here, then switch to that one and go somewhere else. Like mine may not go to SM City, but I know when I get to a certain point, I can get off of it, catch another one that does go where I want to go. I was trying to get to Central Philippines University. Never been there, have no idea where it is, but I've seen jeepneys down by immigration that say CPU. So one day, I took a jeepney down there to immigration, hopped on one that said CPU, told the driver I wanted to get off at Central Philippines University, and it worked. After I did it, I learned there's much faster ways of doing it. This one I went probably 3 times farther than I needed to go, but it worked. And then I learned the right way to do it. So that's the main thing, is just pay attention, try it. Don't be scared to get lost, because you can always just stay on the jeepney. It'll take you back where you got on eventually. They do all eventually go back to where they came from. When I first got here, I was asking people about jeepneys, and most would just go, oh, just take a taxi, just take a taxi. If you're here on vacation for only a couple of weeks, I would say just take a taxi. But if you live here, it's not that hard to learn the system. It's just kind of weird at first, but it's really not that hard once you learn it. And it's so much cheaper than taxis. And honestly, I enjoy riding the jeepneys. They do get a bit crowded. Sometimes, depending on who's there, the smell's a little bit ripe. Somebody gets on with a bucket of fish. It's not always the best person to sit next to. Such is life. I enjoy talking and meeting people, and I really enjoy riding the jeepneys. I know a lot of foreigners say they don't like them because they're crowded, they're smelly, they're hot. I don't have a car, so unless I take a taxi, I don't have air conditioning anyway. So as long as the wind is blowing on the jeepney, I'm good with it. just got off the Jeepney. We're here in Molo Plaza. We've been here before. A little bit about the Jeepneys. You can see on the windshields. This one says Timawa, and I don't know what that fundadora means something to somebody, I'm sure. The one that just passed is Molo Baluarte, so it'll put the names on the side of the Jeepney as well as on the front. Vilia Bye Bye, that means it goes to Vilia, the town, and Bye Bye is the beach, it goes to the ocean, as opposed to the one that goes to the market. Actually, I think it goes along like the back side of the market, but the other Vilias go down the main road. It takes a while to learn them, but it's not really that bad. You do it one at a time. This is one of the more popular Jeepney stops. You'll have, actually here at Molo Plaza, there are 3 main Jeepney stops. You'll have your Timawa, here's your Manjuriao, your Baluartes, your Otan, your Vilias. They all come through here. Once you learn where your Jeepney goes, like for your house, it doesn't take long to learn, just a little, one at a time. This Otan, that you'll ride this one, you see by paying attention that Baluarte, Timawa, Vilia all come through here. So later, if you need to go somewhere that Vilia or Baluarte goes to, you can get off the Jeepney here and catch one of the others. It's just a transfer point. I don't think they're actually like official stop, transfer points, but Jeepneys will stop pretty much anywhere. You say Salagar, and if they can stop, they will. You say Salagar Sababao, that means stop next time you can. But we've got a bunch come through here, and then over here in front of GT Mall, where we do our grocery shopping, there's also another batch that goes, because there's different directions they go from here, so you want to know which place to stop. We have just a whole line of Jeepneys here going to various places. It's, like I said, not, I think, an official transfer station, but pretty much. They come in here, they'll go out a couple different directions. You have to learn each one, where it goes, where it intersects with others. You see there's just a steady stream. They come in like this pretty much all day. Some of them come in this way, some of them go out the street the other way. Part of the reason Molo is such a fun place to hang out is there's always so many people here. There's always something going on. Like I say, you get used to watching, seeing which ones go where, and knowing which one to catch. It's not that hard, but it is a little daunting when you first start. There's all these Jeepneys coming in a mess, people jumping on and off. They're labeled, but not real clearly if you don't really understand it. So when you first start, it's a little difficult. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually really simple and so much cheaper than taxis. From here, you'll see some of the Baluarte Jeepneys come around the plaza and then go out, like this one's going out that way. Others you will see, here's one coming in from this way and then turning to go down the plaza that direction. And that's, like I said, they're going in a circle. They do almost the same circle, but they're going opposite directions. So when you see one in the city, it really helps if you know your way around and know which direction it's facing and where it's going. And the first couple times you try it, you may catch the wrong one. But since they're going in a circle, it doesn't matter. You still end up wherever it is you wanted to go. But from here, if I know which part of the city I want to go to, sometimes it is faster to go this way. Sometimes it is faster to go that way. So the Baluarte is one of my favorite choices because it goes both directions, all the same places, gives you a lot more flexibility on your travel.